Welcome back to the Peggy Smedley Show, the podcasting voice of IoT and digital transformation.
Hello, listeners and viewers. This is the Peggy Smedley Show, and I'm your host, Peggy Smedley, and we're coming to you live again from CES 2020. And now I have two guests on my show. I'm excited to welcome Bilee Sengavang. Bilee, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
And
very
I
much.
also have Serge, Ricardo. You guys are both with Kirk, right?
Exactly.
And
Yes.
now I'm really excited. We have a demo that you're going to give, so
Yes.
our viewers are going to understand because you're going to be talking about a rental app. Am I correct?
Exactly. Yes, you're
All right. So this is exciting. So we're going to start off the segment right now with you getting up, Serge, and giving us the demo. So let's do that. So why don't I let you get up and talk about that so everyone could see that, and then I could start asking all these questions because it's pretty exciting because we talked about it before the segment. So why don't you get up
Excellent.
and tell us what you got here?
Sure. So, first of all, have you ever rent a vehicle?
Oh, yes. I've rented a
traditionally?
vehicle. It's not as easy as what you're going to show.
I hope so. So, I guess you do to the line of a front desk and give you all your paperwork, the contract, and give the keys and get the keys, right?
Absolutely.
So the idea is that this user experience is not something that you remember because it's not a good user experience. The way we build Kirk is to help traditional car rental industry to enter into the digital area and offer to their clients a best user experience based on the digital. So the idea is that to go directly to the concretely, we developed some applications. The first one is an application for the end users, for both of us. When we want to rent a car, instead of going to the front desk and get the keys, all this bad user experience, you do everything on your mobile phone. So you get your reservation, you put your all your documents, you pay by your smartphone, and then you check in and you pick up and drop off your vehicle directly with your smartphone. So to give you some demos, we have here a small little car which is equipped with our technology, which allows to get information from the car, the mileage, the fuel level, but also to act on the vehicle to open the vehicle and let our clients get the keys and get to your trip. So here you have the application. You have the ability to add options, to pay these options, for example, a child seat or a GPS, for example, and then you can start your trip, get to your vehicle, you locate your vehicle. We have some features, interesting features, like when you are in a rental parking lot, there is many vehicles that are all identical. You can flash the lights so you can find easier your vehicle. And then as soon as you found your vehicle, you have a damage report that you can validate or even add photos. You validate check in your vehicle. You have all the information of your contract, you accept the contract, and then you can directly access to your car. No need to go to the front desk. And you unlock the trunk. Let's look. You can directly unlock the trunk and get the keys which are inside the trunk. And
So
let's
there
go.
you go. Easy
you can
as
go.
You got the keys.
And now you can go to your trip.
So very simple. So you don't have to wait in long lines. It's a quick app. You get that. You know how many
Exactly.
times you go somewhere and you wait in very long lines to get those.
Exactly, that's right.
So let's talk. What made you decide to develop? Let's talk a little bit about how you came about. First of all, the name. I'm kind of curious on how you came up with the name for the company, because that was my first thing. Because it's not like someone says it's a car rental app name. I mean, how'd you come up with the name?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, we are a fan of a series called Star Trek. I think you know that.
There we go.
And the Captain Kirk, he's handling everything. He's orchestrating everything. And so basically, with our mobility platform that we are going to give to the traditional car rental companies, we are actually helping them, but helping you as a customer having the best experience and orchestrate everything, which is the name of our platform, Kirk.
So we now know some big Star Trek fans, Kirk.
Yes,
Great
exactly.
idea. I got it. So the vision of the company overall is really to try to bring this simplicity to car rental. So do you see this now long term actually doing other things in the idea of with the car? Because you've made this, and security has to be a big concern. Have you thought about, I mean, you've worked on the security side of this because with the car rental idea of this, because that's the first thing that comes to mind is keys in the car and security. And I always say there's always a bad guy out there. There's the nefarious guys who are always trying to do things difficult.
Yeah, you're fully right. We do work a lot on the security. Of course, there is many scenarios. There is a lot of car rental companies where the parking lot is by itself secure, so there is no need to add extra technology to secure even more. But we do have a technology installed in the vehicle that is able to embed the vehicle to start if it's not by a regular and identified user. And we have all kind of alerts. For example, if the device is unplugged, if the battery is unplugged. So we have different alerts that gives reliability on our system.
I have to ask this. I don't know if there's another app like this, but I would have to think, why haven't other car rental companies really thought about the simplicity of this, or is there others like this that are this easy?
So basically, it's a quite simple answer. Actually, the traditional car rental companies, the big five, are currently investing in having this kind of experience, but they are struggling because first they haven't profit from all this innovation during those years, and also they have legacy systems that actually hamper them to provide this type of simple experience. But also on the other side, what you don't see as a customer is how the operations are handled to actually give you the car, to actually clean the car, to actually check that your car is all right. And basically all this type of information are not synchronized yet, or there is a hybrid model between information system and paperwork. And so basically with our platform, we are supporting the car rental companies, traditional ones, to actually get the experience that the mobility industry already has for several years. But those car rental companies has been struggling to actually connect the dots to do it. And we have a global platform, a ready-to-use platform. We give it to them so that for you as a customer, you will be able to have a self-service car pickup and drop-off. But it's beyond that, because you also help the car rental companies to increase their productivity.
So maybe you've thought of this already, but I kind of think like you guys could start your own consumer car rental service. You're like the car rental service not of Uber and Lyft, but your own car rental service for consumers who want to rent their own cars to other people. Because you've now made it secure for other people to do that. I mean, is that maybe the next evolution of what you thought of?
It could be one of the next evolution to go directly to a B2C model. However, for now, we are more focused into helping the big five of the car rental companies, traditional ones, to actually give you the experience. Because if you look at the market, we have been studying the market, around 80% still of the current rentals are being done by the big five traditional car rental companies. And so it's there where there are all those pain points, long waiting lines, paperwork, mistrust somehow, also on the vehicle inspection. You don't necessarily know if when you return your vehicle, if the car rental company is going to charge you, for additional damage that you might not have seen. But with our solution, they will be able to solve that for you also as a customer, to give you this best experience.
Looking at that in the technology you're saying that you're using right now, what actually is the technology you're trying to use with it?
Yeah, we do install some kind of an IoT device, so it's like a smartphone without a screen, if you want. There is the same sensors. You can connect to the server. You can have GPS, different sensors to get data coming from the vehicle, and we install it and plug it directly in the OBD port, which is a port that quite almost now every vehicle has, yes. And it's used by the OEMs for the diagnostics. So, and plugging it in this port, it's very easy. Can be done by anyone. The installation is about 3 to 5 minutes. So it's very important in the traditional car rental market, because they get all the vehicles before the high season, which is the summer, and after the summer, many vehicles are going out, so we need to be very quick in this installation and without any training.
Are you working with any rental companies right now? Have you had some success right now? And I guess I should ask, when did you introduce the product?
So our company has started like in 1.5 years ago, and we have launched our product since this summer with Hertz in the south of France, and we have been connecting 6,000 vehicles as of now, and basically the customer feedback were really great. We were noted 4.8 out of 5 in terms of customer satisfaction rate, because in the south of France you can have between 30 minutes to 2 hours of waiting line. And so basically Hertz in the south of France wanted to actually provide to those customers to avoid all those pain points. So they use our platform and they use our solutions to provide you as a customer a better customer service, but as well a better operation, because they have seen some increase in terms of productivity.
What are you hoping to achieve here at CES? Because you have a booth here at CES?
Yes, we have.
Where are you?
We are in Eureka Park at Sens, and we are with the French tech delegation.
Okay.
So we have been selected by the French pavilion to that actually showcase all the innovative French technology that have been going out there. And what we are trying to achieve at the CES is first, obviously, getting exposure. That's for sure. But as well, now we are expanding. We are trying to expand overseas, and obviously the US market is a big market for us, as well as continuing our growth in Europe. And we would like to achieve by 2023, so in several years, 200,000 and 100 vehicles connected. So to actually provide you, all the customers in all over the world, the best rental experience.
And looking at that, you've already had good feedback that you're having already. Is there things that customers are giving you that are other things they're saying this is what they would like, in addition to what you're already upgrades or other additions that you're thinking these are things I'd like to add on to our solution?
Yeah. What we are doing right now is just the first phase of our roadmap. The first phase is, of course, to give all the operation and the user experience of the traditional aspect ready. Once this is done, the next step is, as soon as you as a client are fully digital when you access to your vehicle, we will go further. We will enter into your trip, give you the best restaurants in your application directly. You will have many other services directly inside your mobile application. What is nothing can be done today without this digital workflow. When you get the vehicle from a traditional car rental company at the desk, then you don't have any relationship with your client before the end of the rental. Now what we can do, what we want to do is to allow the traditional car rental companies be part of the, let's say, the trip, the overall trip, the overall vacation holidays of their client, and give them services during it.
Is that what you think will make or differentiate you from the competition overall? Is some of these new enhancements you're talking about?
Well, it's somehow part of that, but our main difference is that we are actually supporting and dedicated to the traditional car rental companies to actually accelerate their digitization. And we are supporting them to get into the mobility industry, what they have been trying to achieve over the past years, but they haven't done it fully. And this is our main differentiation. We are dedicated into the car rental industry, and we are supporting them fully into their transformation into the next mobility area.
Is there some hurdles you're having to still overcome? What do you think are some of the bigger hurdles you still have to come looking at mobility and trends that you see in the IoT?
I guess there is the different aspects. The first one is the what we can see is that the new technology, taking just for example the network, now we can have some so high bandwidth that we can do different services For example, now we could add a camera, for example, connected to a device, and you could have all your vacation trip in a video. Something that we could not happen in the past. So we do surf in the trends of the high technology coming in to develop new services for our clients.
So keeping pace is...
That's it.
Exactly, and something you can do, because now vehicle is connected, you can also personalize really the experience. When you're renting a car, usually it's a standard car, but now you can know beforehand your profile, your preferences beforehand. Everything can be configured so that when you take your rental, your car, it will be personalized up to what you're usually having for even your personal car.
Let's say, for example, you have a preference, a radio preference, and you would be glad to enter into your car and get, it's directly my radio, my favorite radio. So that's kind of services that we can now enter into.
So we're really evolving into so much more customization into the way that car is and the way all the things are into a connected world when we look at IoT.
Yeah.
How far away are we from really being able to achieve the things that you just described?
To be honest, the key is in the OEMs, right? Really, because as soon as the vehicle will come out of the industry directly connected and directly integrated with other services or the third-party services like we can be, that will be powerful, because the car manufacturers, the OEMs, will be able to provide us all the abilities to customize everything. You will customize the dashboard with the right thing on the screen. You will have your radio. You will have all your seats fully customizable. So today we do add some IoT in some devices on the car to do our activity, but we think that we can reach something even better as soon as the OEMs will open their technology.
So looking at everything, what would you like, customers to know the most about Kirk going forward?
Well, first, if you want to actually have our service, basically you can, if you are going to the south of France, for example, you can just book a traditional car rental at Hertz, for example, and you'll be able to use our service. And if you would like to have this service in your region, then just ask your agency, and then we are just going to make a deal with them, and they are going to provide you the same type of service, a self-service experience, and also help them, be more productive, I would say.
So right now we have to really wait for the car rental companies really to embrace what you're doing here in the States, and that's your ultimate hope, is that more car rental companies here in the States look to you guys and really embrace the technology that you're delivering.
Exactly, because to the benefit of you as a customer. Obviously.
Exactly. Well, all right. Well, I tell you, Sergio Ricardo, Chief IoT Officer, and Bilee Sengavang, thank you. You are the product owner from Kirk. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What's
Thank
your
you very
URL so our listeners can go and our viewers can get more information about your folks?
Yeah, well, you can go to our website, www.kirk.com, to see all of our experience on the customer side. We also have a business website as well, that which in the same website. And you can also follow us on Twitter at GoKirk, and on Instagram as well, GoKirk.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you
I
very
appreciate
much.
your time, and I appreciate the demo. It was great. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this segment, but stick around. We've got more to come. In the meantime, if you want, tweet at me at ConnectedWMag. This is the Peggy Smedley Show, the podcasting voice of IoT and digital transformation. And remember, with great technology comes great responsibility. We'll be right back after this short break, coming to you live from CES 2020.